Yeah.
So team, I'll be sharing my screen. I have a presentation ready for the students. So I'll share the screen with all of you and then I'll begin. So let me know when I
Ma'am,
can
wait.
start.
Ma'am, wait for the while.
Yeah, yeah, please let me know whenever you want. Then only I'll start.
Sure. Ma'am, our host will introduce you and then
Sure.
you may. Sulbhi, are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. We shall begin.
Hello, everyone. A very warm good afternoon to all. I hope you all are fine and doing well in this time of global pandemic. I am Surbhi Sagar, BPT final year student from Banarsi Das Chandiwala Institute of Physiotherapy. Welcome you all on behalf of whole BCIP family. BCIP is leaving no stone unturned to teach new things to their students in times of pandemic also. As we all know, our college is celebrating World Physiotherapy Week on the occasion of World Physiotherapy Day. Physical therapy is one of the most emerging sciences in the world, helping many patients to return to their prior level of fitness and helps in managing various diseases. The theme for this celebration is Holistic Guide to Become a Professional. And today, we are here to discuss a complete guide in higher education and job prospects in physiotherapy. Today, with us, we have Ms. Radhika Jassi, who is going to enlighten us all on higher education and job prospects in physiotherapy. Let's greet our resource person. Thank you, Ms. Radhika, for joining us.
Right.
Our guest, Ms. Radhika Jassi, Senior Counselor, IAE Global India. IAE Global India is part of IAE Global, one of the largest and still growing network of international student recruitment and support offices around the world, and has been instrumental in shaping the career and future of hundreds of thousands of students by guiding them to the best study and success opportunities abroad. Today, IAE Global has more than 70 services and support offices in 16 countries, including 3 in India. Now, I request Ms. Radhika to take over the session and enlighten us.
Sure. And thank you so much, Surbhi, for your words. All right, so guys, I'll share my screen with you. But before that, I work with IE Global and I've been taking care of Canada. Like I'm with IE from last 1.5 year now. But if I talk about my personal experience, I'm in the industry from last 7 to 8 years and I've been guiding students from a lot of countries. But Canada has always been my favorite, personally also. So, and being a Punjabi, we have a lot of family members in Canada. So of course it's my favorite, and I'm going to guide you the best way. You can just see your career there, and whatever questions you have in between, you have a chat box option. You can please post your questions, and after the session, I'll definitely address them. So let me share my screen with you. Just give me a minute. I hope you can all see it. Just let me know. Prem, are you able to see my screen?
Yes,
Yes, yes,
it
I
is
can.
visible.
All right. So this is just a map for you guys just to understand that how Canada looks like over the map. So we have 10 provinces here and we have 3 territories. So if I talk about Canada, we do not address like states, which we have. We always call them provinces and they have territories. So this is the map. Thank you.
Ma'am, multiple screen sharing is not allowed.
Okay, right.
All right, now it's good. I can move forward. Okay, so the points which we are going to cover today in our session would be, I'll be a little bit telling you about Canada and then why you can choose Canada for your further education. Then different level of programs available for international students and what courses are available for you guys, especially students who have done physiotherapy here, what courses you can opt in Canada. And then particularly, I'll be talking about the institutions offering such courses. And the institutions which I'm going to talk about, they are all partner universities and colleges of IA Global. That means we represent them directly. We do not have any third person in between. We'll be guiding them. You know, whatever admission process will be handling with any particular university, that will be done directly through IE to the university directly. The last second part would be the admission requirement. I'll be sharing the general admission requirement, but I'll go in detail depending upon the different profile and the percentages students score. So I'll be sharing the details for that as well. And expenses under student direct stream. So the process under which the whole Canada student visa works, that is called SDS, which is student direct stream. So I'll be guiding you about the expenses also, and under the COVID-19 situation, which we are all aware about. So, what measures Canada have taken for the international students, that also I'll be informing you. So let's start about Canada. A little bit of information that Canada is the second largest country in the world, as we know. The capital is Ottawa. We have 10 provinces and 3 territories. Canada has 6 time zones from west to east, which is, which is not very, you see it in all the countries. But it's a great thing that, at one time you see there is a night and other way it's a morning inside Canada. I'm not even talking about the time differences between two countries, but if I talk about within Canada, yeah, of course, you see a lot of time differences. So they have 6 time zones. Canada is officially bilingual in English and French. So officially, they have 2 languages. So students who don't know French or who do not have any proper certification in French, they don't need to worry because English is also as important as French language to them. So Canada has the largest coastline in the world. So I hope you all are aware about the coastline is the land related to the river or the lake. So Canada has the largest coastline. And Toronto, as we all know, it's one of the the cities you must have heard about when we talk about Canada. But it's the largest city in
Radhika
the
ma'am.
world. Hello. Yeah.
Yeah, Radhika ma'am.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt. Can you please
Yeah.
enlarge the screen? I mean, can you press F5
Just a second.
so that this whole screen
Is it
is
better
covered?
now?
Yeah.
Better now?
Yes, yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay,
Thank
all
you.
right. Thank you. So Toronto being the largest city, and it is one of the favorite cities. If I talk about international student, whosoever comes to me for the counseling part as well, Toronto is a place where we all are aware about. So yeah, of course, being the largest city, but again, the universities and colleges which I'll be telling you, we have a different location, and I'll tell you about more locations wherein you can just see that international students have more options. You just don't need to be in Toronto or Mississauga or in Ontario itself. We have a lot more other provinces wherein you can get the Indian community as well, and they will be more welcome when it comes to the part-time work as well. So why Canada? Just a second. Okay, so let's talk about why Canada. So, if I say that internationally recognized undergraduate and postgraduate programs with advanced quality education, university, they have public and private universities, colleges, they also have public and private. So the difference between this is universities which are public, they give an advantage to international students to go for the work permit. So for example, if you've done a 2-year program at a university or a college, which is a public institute, you get a chance to apply for a post-study work permit, which allows you to work full-time. And also after that, you get a chance to apply for the permanent residency. But if you go for a private college or any private institute which is not having any pathway to public college, then there are chances that you do not get post-study work permit. So I always suggest international students to always apply for a public college or a university. So I'll also tell you that what is the difference, the admission requirement as well between public and private college. So next point, affordable education and living cost. And this is my personal experience as well. That if I talk about any other country, let's like UK, US, or Australia, and if I talk about Canada, there's a huge difference between the fee per year fees and the living cost. So it's quite affordable in that terms. Then we have post-study work permit options. So Canada gives you an opportunity to apply for a post-study permit for up to 3 years. So now how it works, if you go for a 1 year course, you get 1 year of work permit. If you go for a 2 years of course, you get up to 3 years of work permit. This is how it works. So in work permit, of course, you can work full time. Then we have again PR opportunities. So it's a multicultural society. Diverse population gives more experience. One of the safest countries as well. And if I talk about other countries as well, of course they are safe. But me being related to Canada, I've heard from a lot of parents, especially the parents of daughters. They come in, they say that in starting we were not okay sending our daughters alone there, but once now she is there, we can really rely that everything is so comfortable and so easy for our kid there, that we don't need to worry anything. So of course it's very safe for boys as well as for girls. And when it comes for accommodation, a lot of colleges and universities, they give you an option for homestays as well. So in homestays, they give you an opportunity to stay with the family there, wherein you understand the Canadian culture, you stay with the family, so no homesickness will be there, and proper food, 3 time meal will be provided to you from the family only. So next and the last point, abundance of job opportunities. So here I'll add on one more thing, that a lot of students who come to me, they ask me about, ma'am, if I'm working, how about part-time jobs? They are not worried about the post-study work permit, and you should not be, because I know you guys are going to be educated enough that you'll be able to crack the job very easily. But if I talk about the part-time jobs, Canada allows you to work 20 hours per week part-time till the time you are studying. So in 20 hours per week, $14 is the minimum wage rate a company or an employer or an organization has to pay you when it comes to part-time jobs. So a lot of students who are there, I always take a feedback from them, and they always say that, ma'am, we do not face any problem. I'm not saying that once you reach there and within 3 months you will be able to take out next year's fees, you will be having a lot of money to save. But if you follow each and every step very nicely, you save money, you're not splurging unnecessarily, you will be able to save a lot of money, and you will be able to manage your expenses very well. So yeah, in terms of part-time jobs, you will not face any issue. You go to any province or a territory of Canada, you will definitely get jobs. And then if I talk about full-time post-study work permit, of course that would again depend upon a lot of things, your academics, your skills, and there are a lot of options wherein Canada gives you the opportunity to work while studying, which we call internships, they call co-op programs. So co-op programs can be paid or unpaid, but of course you get an opportunity to work with the organizations there, and students who can maintain good relationships with their employers at that time, they of course definitely they crack a full-time job after their studies as well. So you really need to work very nicely, and you need to be very smart when it comes to jobs. And of course once you are there and you go through, I will be definitely in touch with you. You face any problem, of course we do not help with the jobs, but of course we can guide you, that how you can crack the jobs, and how you should maintain everything when how it will lead to your permanent residency in Canada. So different level of programs. So especially this is for you guys who have, who are about to complete their bachelor's, or who are doing their graduation. So these are the programs which will be levels of program, available. So we have graduate certificate. The duration of the graduate certificate remains between 1 year to 1.5, majorly 1 year, and 1.5 only in that term when you have a co-op or an internship inbuilt in the course. Otherwise it's going to be 1 year. And one more information I'll give you, like especially you don't understand these things, if you go to the website and see, you will see a graduate certificate for 8 months. So how this happens in Canada, their semester is just for 4 months, they do not have semester for 6 months. So their 1 year gets completed in 8 months. So this is the reason you'll always see a 8 months of duration. Graduate diploma, it's going to be around 2 years to 1.5 to 2 years, and this might have a lot of chances that you might get the inbuilt this co-op program in your diplomas. But again, this diploma will be for 16 months, as I told you that the 1 year is only for 8 months. Then we have advanced diploma. Advanced diploma, especially advanced diplomas are made for students who go after 12th. But if you see any advanced diploma, which is a professional program or a fast track course, these programs are specially made for students who have completed graduation in their home countries. like students like you whom I'm addressing right now, you complete your bachelor's, then of course you can, apply for advanced diplomas as well. So there are again chances that this course will be 2 or 2.5 years, 2.5 only in terms of if you have an inbuilt internship in them. Then you have post degree diplomas. Post degree diplomas are generally for 2 years, again, proper 2 years. Again, of course, not 2 years, 16 months. And then you have masters. So, masters is going to be 1.5 or 2 years. 1.5, they do not have any internship or anything. And 2 years will be only in that case if you have any internship included. So if I talk about, a graduate certificate diploma or a post degree diploma, just the duration difference is there. These are counted under the PG level only. So I get a lot of queries from the students that, ma'am, I don't want to go for graduate certificate, or I don't know, I'll get 3 years of permit or work permit, or will this be equal to postgraduate diplomas or not? Yes, it is. They just have different name for the courses. Only the duration will differ. Otherwise they come under PG category, so do not worry about that. In case it's not a master degree or anything, you go for a certificate diploma or a post degree diploma, these are going to be same under PG level only. And even the advanced diploma, they are meant for, the professional courses only. So that also comes under PG category only. So let's move forward. Then we have these different type of courses available for physiotherapy students who have completed here. And let me tell you one thing. If I talk about physiotherapy, this particular field is very high on demand in Canada. They need a lot of people who have good experience in physiotherapy, who can be good in physiotherapist. They can be a good advantage to them because they have a lot of shortage of physiotherapists in Canada. I also, a little bit, I'm aware about how the permanent residency works. So I have got a lot of feedback from the students and from my, resources there that, when it comes to physiotherapy, we do not get good students, or we do not get, much people who are interested in physiotherapy. So we have a lot of demand. We really need people. So I would suggest all you students that, work hard, get a good percentage, and if you plan to go Canada, your future will be definitely sorted. In terms of finances, in terms of personal satisfaction that you've achieved something in life, definitely you will do it because they need people like you. So the courses which are available, in Canada, you can go for Master in Human Kinetics. This is something, which has a great, curriculum, but the admission criteria is really high. You need at least 70 to 75% in your graduation if you want to go for this particular first program mentioned in the slide. Because of course they want cream students. They will not let you, just 60%. Or of course, I know in Indian universities we do not get 70 75% so easily, but of course Canada has their own requirement. But in case you're not able to score 70 75, we have our other courses like workplace wellness and health promotion. So this is a graduate certificate program wherein you will be just needing 60 to 65 and you will be able to crack the admission. Then we have public health courses. So this is a post degree diploma, again 2 years. So public health is your choice if you want to go public health. If you go for this program, you have, when it comes to job opportunities, a lot of options will be available for you. So nothing, you will not be just restricted to physiotherapy. You will be, having a lot of options after that. Then we have kinesiology courses in graduate diploma. This is also available, and this is again majorly if you will just search on Google that, postgraduate or masters in physiotherapy, you will never see a physiotherapy word. You'll always see the kinesiology word there. So this is much more in demand, and if you go for these courses, you will never face problem in part-time as well as full-time jobs. So the next course is occupational health, safety and wellness. Again, this is also in a lot of demand, and this course might offer you, at some places only, this might offer you the co-op option, which I told you earlier is the internship program, the inbuilt internship program inside your course. So that will be about 3 to 6 months, and that can be paid or unpaid. That depends upon the university or college, we apply. But yeah, there are chances. So no commitment of that, but yeah, there are chances that you might get it. So next is nutrition for sport and performance. Of course, this course also, it's graduate certificate. It's going to be for 8 months. But again, this program might offer you the COA program as well, but very less chances. But yes, occupational health, safety and wellness, there are at least 50 to 60% chances that you get the inbuilt internship. The last program, exercise science for health and performance. So these all the programs mentioned in this slide are just the a general overview for you that these are the fields available for you after you complete your graduation here, and these are the options available in Canada. So if I talk about these courses, they are related to your course. But if somebody plans that I don't want to go for this thing, I want to change my field, so of course you can definitely do that. When it comes to the visa part, I know Canada is very rigid when it comes to the relevancy of the course you choose. But again, we have one option wherein we don't have any interview when it comes to the offer letter or the visa part. But we make one document which is like, I don't know if you are aware about it, but we call it statement of purpose or letter of intent. So in statement of purpose, you mention all your agendas, that what you have done till now, why you are planning to go Canada, and why this course. So even if if any student doesn't want to go for this program, and later on he or she says that ma'am, I want to go for some management program, guys, it's all fine, you can change your field. But in this thing, you really really need to justify that after spending a lot of time in the same particular field, why you are planning to change it. If you have proper justification for that, then in that case there will be no problem. You are not just restricted to these courses. Of course, we can look for some other courses also, but again, statement of purpose will be the only thing which will help you to justify, to tell the visa officer that your intentions are just to study, this is the reason you want to study this particular course. And of course, definitely you will come back to your home country after you complete your courses in Canada. So these are the few institutes which offers the courses related to your education. So we have Laurentian University here, we have Conestoga College, Niagara College, we have University of Windsor, Cape Breton University, Centennial College, and we have Lakehead University as well. So all these universities mentioned, you can see in the slide, they are all again our partner universities. We do not have any third person, we deal with them directly. So whatever university you will choose, this is like going to be directly. So a lot of things are there in our hands when it comes to the admissions. For example, in our hands, I would like to address it this way, that in case your some documentation is missing, your IELTS is pending, so I can always talk to the university to give you some buffer time to apply for this college. But again, that would again depend upon the seat availability. For example, if I talk about Cape Breton University, this university is located in Nova Scotia. So Nova Scotia, if I talk about, if you must have heard, they say that it's very cold place, and you should not go there. But Nova Scotia is a place, it's a beautiful place. And if I talk about Nova Scotia, if I talk about the permanent residency point of view, there are much more chances that if one student who stays in Ontario and one student who stays in Nova Scotia student will be able to crack the permanent residency in a lesser time as compared to the student who's in Ontario. Why this is because if I talk about Nova Scotia, Winnipeg, Quebec, these are the regional areas of Canada. Students who have who must have studied about the process, the abroad process, they must know that if we talk about Australia these days, they say that you have to stay in the regional area for 1 or 2 years, and then it's easy for you to apply for the PR. But there's nothing such thing in Canada right now. But as a lot of students going there and becoming one of the favorite destination for all international students, uh, there are chances that this might happen, because Ontario right now is overly, like, it's like very populated right now. All you'll see all the Indian community there only. And the second, if I talk about, then it would be British Columbia. But British Columbia has again a lot of place for international students. But if I talk about Ontario, Toronto, Mississauga, or London part, you will again see a lot of Indian students, Indian community there. And then you won't be able to make a difference that you've come abroad to study or you are still in India. So yes, I would always suggest students that to go such a place wherein of course you get the Indian people, but do not say that I want to go because my Punjabi community is there or my Indian people are there, this is the reason I want to go. So when you decide that you have to go abroad, please make sure that you have to adapt their culture. You really need to understand how those people work. You one day, if you're planning to get a permanent residency with that country, you will be one of them, and it's very important that you adapt their culture. rather just thinking and sitting back, oh, I'll be homesick, or I'll not be able to cope up if I stay alone, I'm not with my family. So make a decision very wisely, because you have to study, you have to do your part-time work, you have to manage everything yourself. Then you will not be just calling your parents or your agent that, oh, see, I'm not able to manage, what am I going to do, I'm coming back. Never do that. If you decide, if you've really taken a decision that you want to study abroad, you want to complete your studies, then please make sure that you finalize it with every aspect in your mind, and always choose a province or a territory on based off that what course you are looking for. And if I talk about the admission criteria, so if I talk about Laurentian University, as I told you, that they need B grade of 70 to 75%, but there are chances that they might accept 65. But students with 60, I will not suggest them to go to Laurentian University. So I will tell them, okay, let's go for Centennial, or let's go for Cape Breton University. They'll be able to, you'll be able to get the admission in that. Do not be rigid when it comes to admission, because Canada is very much into this, that getting a cream students, they will not allow students, if their criteria is 60%, they will not accept 59, not even 1 mark would be this thing that they'll accept it. So please always whosoever you start your process and whatever university you finalize, always take the expert advice and then only move forward with that. Do not just be that, okay, I want to go for this university, I want to go for this university. Do not do that. So moving on, so this is the general admission requirement from the universities I've mentioned in the earlier slide. So academics, if I talk about, I'll be needing 60 to 75%, depending upon the what university or college we apply. But if I talk about here, the Cape Breton University, if you can see, they might accept 55% as well, and they have a public health course. So public health course, this will be for 2 years, and 50 to 55% will be accepted. But this is just the general thing. In terms of visa aspect also, I will be needing 60 to 75%. IELTS 6.5 overall with no module less than 6. This is again the eligibility criteria. If I talk about, I need 6.5 overall, no less than 6, or some universities like Laurentian University, or if I talk about any program or a university which is competitive in admission, you might need to score 7 overall. But again, you have to try that no module is lesser than 6, because as I was talking earlier, the whole process works under student direct stream. And if I talk about student direct stream, you need to have 6 each. It is very important. You cannot work with one 5.5 module, okay, you'll get the visa. Then yes, you can, I might give you one or two options, but again, they will be private institutes wherein you will not get a chance to go for a work permit later on after your education. Third requirement, LORs. LORs depend again upon the university or the college. Some might need two, some might need three. So whatever university we'll apply, we will inform you in advance that these are the number of LORs we need from your college or from your workplace. In case you are working, we'll let you know in advance. Fourth, letter of intent, statement of purpose or letter of intent mentioning your uh, reason why that you've chosen this particular course and university, and what you're looking for once this course is over. So again, for letter of intent, this is a very important document when it comes to visa or the admission part. In case we need letter of intent at admission, because this is this is the thing which helps you to justify all your planning and your ideas, that why you have chosen this particular country, this course and everything, which might help you to even if you have 65% and I have one student with 67%, and I will be able to see that in your letter of intent you have written much more better details, and you're more aware about the courses and the future, whatever you have planned. I'll be of course giving you the admission, so this is a very important document. Next, resume. Then again, it would depend upon the requirement of the university. If they need it, then yes, we have to provide. So intake for international students, these are the three major intakes when the international students start their classes. It's January, May and September. So January and May, if I talk about, they are minor intakes. You will only have 50% of 50% of courses in universities available. But if I talk about September intake, September is a major intake of Canada. All the universities, courses, every place is open for international students. Even if I talk about the accommodation part, yes, you will, it will be more easier for you to get accommodation when it comes to the September intake. And then of course when we apply, you are aware that when we get the prospectus or we get a admission form from our Indian institutes as well, we have to pay a little amount to the college or to the university. Same like that, we have an application fees here. So when we apply for the offer letter, we pay the application fees, which is non-refundable in all the cases. For example, I'll give you this example that we decide that we'll apply for two or three universities. One might not have any application fees. In that case, that is what we call application fee waiver. We do not charge anything. But in case two universities, one is having 100 CAD and one is having 50 CAD, you pay, and then you get the offer letter from all these three institutes. Now it's all your decision that what institute you choose, without application fees or with application fees. That's all your decision. But for two institutes, if you have paid and you've got the offer letter, you applied also, you will not get that money back. Please make sure whenever you apply from us to or from any other agent you apply, make sure that whatever application fee you are paying, make decision very wisely. Choose one paid and one without fee. This will help you to maintain a balance, because application fees is they might range from 50 CAD and they might go to 250 CAD for one offer letter. So of course spending a huge amount of money, $200, if I talk about, they reach near about 10 to 12,000. So if you're spending this much of money, be very wise in spending money. Take a proper counseling and expert advice from your counselor, and then only apply. Do not spend money unnecessarily, that I'm interested for this institute also, this also, because this money is not going to come back. So do not just spend unnecessarily. Only apply to the colleges and universities wherein you will get the admission, and later on you know that you will be able to choose if you get the admission in this particular university. So let's talk about the expenses under student direct stream. So how the student direct stream works, actually the student direct stream came into picture to make things easier for international students. We need very less of documents. We do not need, unnecessary documents of financials or so many things to get your visa. We just need proper, very less documents, like your passport, your educationals, your medical, your IELTS, only basic documents, and we can apply for your visa. So, but under student direct stream, it is mandatory that you pay your 1 year of tuition fees. Guys, please make a note of this. I get a lot of students who say that I faced a rejection in my visa because I just paid 6 months of tuition fees and my university asked for 6 months. Universities, colleges, and the visa, the embassy of Canada, they all have different rules in terms of granting you admission and your visa. So in the end, you have to work for visa only. So please make sure that you follow all the rules and regulations in order to get your visa. Do not just go by this thing that your agent said that okay, just pay your 6 month fees, you'll get the visa. No, if you are applying under student direct stream, it is mandatory that you pay your 1 year of tuition fees. And the courses which we have discussed earlier, that might range from 14,000 CAD to 20,000 CAD per year. So make sure that this is paid, even if your agent says, and even if it is written on your offer letter that just pay a semester fees of this much of amount or this much amount to book your seat. Fine, you can just pay the amount to book your seat and start making arrangements for rest of the fees. But do not just end up paying semester fees. You will not be able to get your visa. Second thing, 1 year of living expenses. So we call it guaranteed investment certificate. Guaranteed investment certificate. So Canada government says that any of the international student who plans to come Canada has to get their 1 year of living expenses with them. We do not want anybody to be liability. So as I told, while you are studying, you are allowed to work 20 hours per week part time. But in case there are such courses or some students who do not prefer working, so at that point of time, you should not become liability on Canadian government. This is the reason they ask you to get 1 year of living expenses. We have Nova Scotia Bank there, wherein we will open your savings account under your name, and we transfer 10,000 Canadian dollars there. And if I talk about Indian currency, this will go under 5 to 5.5 lakhs. So how do you get this money back? So once you are in Canada, you will again get the debit card and all the details. But how this money will come back, this will not be a one shot payment done again back to you. You will get it as a pocket money every month. So first installment will be around 2000 Canadian dollars, and rest of the months you get 6 to 700 of dollars. So then it is your wish how you spend this money. That government is not going to ask you, or your, your institute is not going to ask you that how you are spending your GIC amount. Keep it for your next year's fees, send it back to your parents after that. It's all your wish how you spend it, but this has to be given. This is a mandatory thing. These two are the most important things in terms of getting the visa, apart from academics and English proficiency. Third point, financials. It is not mandatory in Canada to show any, extra funds, FDs, savings, or any extra amount. As compared to, if I talk about other countries like UK or Australia, you show, after paying your fees, also you need to show some extra funds in order to show your financial stability. But in Canada, it is not mandatory. If you will also go on the official website of Canada Embassy, that is cic.gc.ca. If you go there, you will not see any statement telling you to show extra funding. But if I talk, being into this industry, and I've been filing a lot of visas. See, you have given already 1 year of tuition fees, 1 year of living expense. You are all sorted. You do not need to show extra amount of money. But in case we see that your percentage is low, you have a lot of gap, anything little bit, we have a doubt that this might be a reason of rejection under your profile, always show extra money. Why I'm suggesting it? Because if you show your financial stability, that your parents, your family, they have extra funds for you for your next year's fees, and it will not be a problem for you even if you don't work. This will help you to make your profile stronger in terms of visa. The next thing, I will add on here is that, again, I'm saying that it is not mandatory, but in case if you can just show 5 lakhs, 8 lakhs, or something like, between 5 to 10 lakhs, please show the amount FD savings under your parents' name. I do not want any third party to, support you in this. Tuition fees, when you transfer your tuition fees to the college, you can transfer it from your any account, your parents' account, your uncle's account, your account. It doesn't matter at all from which account it is going. When you transfer your living expenses, please make sure that it is transferred from the student's account. That is your account, because in case you face any rejection later on, it is easier for the bank to verify, sitting there to verify all your details and send you your money back. Because after rejection, of course, we get our tuition fees back, we get our GIC back. But in GIC, I always suggest students that tell your parents to transfer that money in your account and then make a transaction to the Nova Scotia bank. So financials, I have told you that it's not mandatory, but what is mandatory? You have to tell your parents that they need to show ITRs, that is income tax returns, for at least 2 to 3 years. And if we are paying the fee of 14,000 to 20,000 CAD, you would really need to show the income tax or a family income. This might be just your father, mother and father included. It doesn't matter. It can be a single parent or both the parents. If they want to show, I need an annual income or a family income of 8 to 9 lakhs, not lesser than that. If it is lesser than that, please speak to me. I will guide you what else we can do. But on ITRs, I need, because I know, in India, we have, we whatever we earn, that is not always there or in our income tax returns. So please make sure that I'll give you the solution for that. That what other funding we can show to make your profile stronger. But try at least, we have at least 7 lakhs on the income tax returns to make your profile stronger. And visa officers should not give any anything that you're not financially stable. I would not like good profiles getting rejected on the basis that you're not financially stable. Next thing is the visa fee. When we file the fee, we have 235 CAD, which we pay to the embassy for your, the visa filing. We have biometrics in Canada. It is important that we need to get the biometrics done. So when it comes to biometrics, under COVID situation, if I talk about right now, we are not getting the biometrics done because the visa process has changed a little. Earlier, what we used to do was that, after arranging all the documents, we used to file the visa, and once the visa is there in the pool, then you get you get the requirement that you need to get your biometrics done. You get the appointment, you go for your biometric, and then the decision is given that your visa has been granted or not. But these days there are two steps going on. You get AIP, that is the stage one, and stage two is going to be your visa. Because due to COVID-19, a lot of students are not able to, get their final year results, or IELTS is pending. They are not able to get their medicals or biometric. So to get the AIP, the approval in principle, if you get this AIP, so it's like it gives you an opportunity to start your online classes sitting at home, sitting in your home country, and then you can start your classes. And if you've got the AIP, there are good chances that you will be able to crack your visa, until unless there is no fraudulent document, or any nothing is wrong with your profile. Medical expense, so medical is mandatory. You have to get a general medical, that would be your TB, or your blood test, and the normal medical expense will be there. And we have a proper doctor panel who will do your medical when it comes to Canada student visa. So talk to your particular agent or whomsoever you have contacted, or IE Global if you are in touch. Speak to them and they'll help you to book your appointment when it comes to medical. So COVID-19 update, as we all know, if I talk about the IELTS exam, a lot of students are facing issue that, the test is getting postponed, or it's getting cancelled. So this is the reason Canada, under COVID-19 situation, came up with this thing that they're accepting a Duolingo test and IELTS indicator. I'm not sure if you guys have heard about that, but this is almost like an online test. And again, it would be English proficiency test only, nothing different. But Duolingo and IELTS indicator is just a one-time thing. You can just sit at your home, give this test, and you'll be able to apply for the admission. But please read the first line very properly, that it is accepted for admission, not for the visa part. Please make sure, do not do this mistake that you are applying your visa with Duolingo or IELTS indicator. You need IELTS to apply your visa. This will just help you to crack your admission. And after that, till the time IE or some other agent is preparing for your visa file, after getting your offer letter till your visa part, just make sure you go for your IELTS exam. And when the visa is filed, before filing your visa, your IELTS proficiency test is in hand and you apply with that. Second thing, what they did, Canada is not so famous in giving the conditional admission. There are very less colleges and universities who give conditional admission, but a lot of this colleges and universities, they made changes. Conditional offer letters on the basis of pending academic result, in case the results, the final semester or the last year is pending, or on English proficiency test. So in case your IELTS is missing and you've not done it yet, but you have booked it, you have a booking receipt, you can apply for that. They'll give you the conditional offer letter, which helps you to, you hold your seat in that particular course or in the college. But again, one thing, there are two aspects: pending academic result or English proficiency result. Please make sure that you discuss it with your particular counselor, that if, for example, if we are applying with Cape Breton University, Cape Breton University will not give you the conditional offer letter, but they can give you the unconditional offer letter only on the basis of medium of instruction. So for example, if you request your college to give you a medium of instruction, that meanwhile 3 year or 4 year degree was in English, you can just apply with that at Cape Breton University, and they'll give you the offer letter. But this doesn't mean that your IELTS thing is over. For the visa, I will be needing your IELTS exam. So IELTS is anyhow mandatory. So make sure you go for IELTS exam. So online classes, of course, the September intake was, it's going to be like almost, some have started and some are going to start in the mid, and they're studying online from their home country. And there are a lot of advantages, sitting at home. Why I feel, there is an advantage, because if you're sitting at home, you do not need to spend any extra money. You're saving a lot of expenses on your transportation, your food, your accommodation. So a lot of money is being saved. So this is, I guess, students who are dicey, that we should go for online classes or not. What if I have to study Canada only, so I'm planning to study abroad, but I have to sit at home and study, so I don't want to go. Let me see, I'll go for another intake. I'm totally with you on this, but please understand one thing, that if you are skipping one intake 1 year, that is becoming a gap, and you need a justification. And under COVID-19 situation, what justification you will give? Because a lot of people, we know the job market right now, a lot of people are losing their jobs, and there are very less chances that you are getting a new job. So do not unnecessarily waste your time and thinking that I have to go abroad, but still I'm sitting here, so I will not go for online classes. Please Kids, don't do that. This is a huge mistake people are doing these days. You're saving a lot of money. I'm not saying that, if the courses for 2 years, 3 years, or 4 years, please sit at home, do your one semester here, and once the things are okay, the flights are working, everything works out well, please fly. Nobody's going to stop you. And anyhow, Canada government has told that your work permit, your post study work permit, your full time work permit will not be affected in any case. So there are a lot of aspects which students are not aware, but they generally take a decision that I don't want to go for this. This might do this. This might do that. Please speak to the concerned person. Speak to the expert. You can contact Mr. Prem. He can give you detailed information how the visa is working. You can speak to me as well. I'll give you the detailed information. But in case you have planned that you want to go, please do not just back off thinking that they are going to be online classes, because this is not going to affect anything. We will guide you how things will work in detail. What CIC has told, we will show you properly on their website. We'll discuss it with you. If you feel okay, then only we'll proceed with the further step. So, assistance from I Global India, you will be getting proper free counseling sessions individually. You can, of course, come and meet me anytime in the office. Just give us a call that you're planning to come to the office. Then we can be available accordingly, because of course it's COVID going on. A lot of us are working from home, but in case meet us, we'll be definitely available for you. Just speak to us. Shortlist courses in universities will be done from the experts. We have a proper that I'll be, assisting them. Whatever is suitable as per your profile and your visa, we'll be suggesting that. We also provide IELTS training. We have a proper expert in our organization who trains for IELTS, in case you stay nearby and it's easy for you to communicate, or and if even if you want to go for online classes, I need to check for the online classes. But yes, I guess in case you want to go for online classes, we can speak to our trainer, and she might be able to help you out. Then applying for offer letter for admission. So whatever process which we follow for the admission part, from your application forms, and filling up the application fee, how to fill that, creating your portals, and different aspects are there when we apply for the admission. IA Global team will be helping you for that as well. Visa assistance, so filing your visa, and what to do, how not to do, what forms, what documentations are required, and what all your do's and don'ts, team will be guiding you. Pre and post departure assistance, so of course I'm going to be, or my team is going to be in touch with you until unless you are here in India. Prem is going to be in touch with you, but don't think that once you leave India, we are not going to take your calls, or we are not going to speak to you. We have office in Toronto. I Global has their presence in Canada. In case you have any, you are planning to study further, or you have any kind of a problem in terms of courses, we'll be able to guide you. And in case if I feel that you need to go physically to my office, I can fix up your appointment with the Toronto office, and we can work accordingly. That won't be a problem. So we are going to be with you. You are in India, you leave India, you achieve your dreams, we will be with you till the end. And whenever you need our help, me and my team will always be available for you. Even if you are in Canada, you face any issues, you can, you have any confusions that this is not working out for me, what should I do? And if you're planning to study further, that I'm done with my 1 year of course, but rather I want to study further, so just help me out with the admission. Definitely team is going to help you out. So these are our details. You can contact us. You can note down the details. This is my number and Prem's number available, and we have the address of our office. You can always, if you want to come to the office, meet us personally, you can speak to me or to Prem. Just let us know, in advance, one day prior or in the morning, that Radhika, Prem, I'm planning to visit office. You want to bring your parents along, of course, definitely most welcome. You can do that as well. Just let us know so that we are available for you, and we can properly fix up a time, and we can address all your queries personally. So this is from my side, and now I would want that please go ahead with your questions. Please ask whatever is there in your mind, and I will definitely answer that.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for such a great knowledgeable session. Now I want to ask some question on behalf of students. So my first question is, can a student do two courses at a time?
See, yes, you can, but I would not suggest you because this is not going to help you out in any way. Just apply for a public college, any course, one course. Once you're there in Canada, you want to do some short-term course along with that. That's all your choice. But when it comes to the admission criteria, no, I will not suggest you to apply for two courses because that is not at all required.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, next question is Quebec province is completely French and have universities in French.
Uh, yes, if I talk about the regional areas, they are people who you'll meet people there who are more into French thing, but it's not like that. They do not speak English, and the universities and colleges there, they will teach you in English. They are not telling you to. This is not like Europe or any other country who has a language barrier. If I talk about any university or college who's offering admission to international students, they will definitely teach you in English.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, next question is if one go for a 1+1 graduate certificate and can he do second grade certificate in different province my considering his third year
Okay.
post graduation work permit prospects?
Okay, so how I will just guide you in this is that, for example, let's say that you apply from IE, you've gone to a particular university in Toronto for 1 year. Then you say that Radhika, I want to study further, but I want to change my province. I want to go to British Columbia. Perfectly fine. You can change your province, you can take admission there. And if you want to go for a graduate program, diploma, or a certificate only, then also it is your choice, you can proceed with that. But in case you think or you say that I have already done my 1 year of graduate diploma or a graduate certificate, now I want to apply for the master's program, definitely you can do that as well. How I suggest this thing is that whatever you've studied 1 year and you go to related to that program, there are chances that whatever university you apply, whatever credits or the subjects you've already studied in 1 year, that might get deducted, and your masters might just remain for 1 or 1.5 year if it's for 2 years. So your duration reduces accordingly for whatever credit you have studied already.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, next question is what is the need of fellowship courses after physiotherapy in Canada? Are they beneficial? And if yes, then how
See,
can one pursue these courses?
See, if you want to go for fellowship courses, of course, definitely you can go for fellowship courses. That is not something, and you should not do it. You can. This is going to give you more professional, I would say, fellowship training, professional training. If you get an opportunity, then fellowship training is again, the thing would be that every university and college will not offer you. Every course we have discussed will not offer you. Whatever university and college offers you and they have a chance to go for a fellowship thing, definitely go for that. But if they do not have, don't worry, this is not going to affect any your permanent residency thing or your job aspect. This is not going to affect in any way.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, is it possible to go Canada for job after BPT? Is it necessary to clear the license exams?
Yes, it is necessary because being physiotherapy, it is a licensed exam. You cannot just be a physiotherapist without the license. There are a lot of professions in Canada which are regulated professions, which we say doctors, lawyers, physiotherapists, and you need proper licensing to work under these categories. So what you can do is that if you see the question, which I can understand, that if you want to go for a job after your graduation, I will not suggest that because that is a different process which is called permanent residency. You need proper professional 2 to 3 years of work experience for that, and then only you become eligible. What I'm going to suggest is complete your graduation here. If you're looking for the student visa thing, apply for a 1 year of program, get your work permit, work full time there in Canada, and then apply for your permanent residency.
Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, what are the job availability in Canada after MPT and how can we apply for it?
See, the courses which I have discussed, and as I was telling you, you will not get a lot of courses, or if I say about MPT, you will only get with those universities like University of British Columbia, University of Toronto, University of Calgary, wherein the admission requirements are very high and cracking admission is not that easy. So the courses which we have discussed, they have ample of job opportunities into the health field, the medical field, the public health field. You get a lot of job opportunities. The courses which and the universities which I've showed you, if you go to their websites as well, and you search this particular course, you will be able to see that, the wage rates are mentioned, the job opportunities about every after every course is mentioned, so you will be able to get a lot of jobs. But if I talk about MPT, and if you go for an MPT program and then you apply for a job, of course, then will be a lot of licensing thing which you need to clear, and then only you become eligible to work there. So of course you need to clear all the fellowship exams and the internship, whatever the license exam is there, and then only. But if you go for the programs which I've suggested you, this is going to make things a lot easier for you, because these programs do not need any licensing or anything in particular, a particular exam to go for a job.
Ma'am, do we have to do any course in Canada after doing MPT in India?
So, see, if you have already done a masters in physiotherapy, and you want to study further, I will not suggest you that you go for a physiotherapy only again. The courses which I've suggested you, which were like occupational therapist, or anything into nutrition, performance, or exercise and sports management, go for such courses, because this will help you to justify your reason in the SOP to study, because it is very important for us that we justify a proper reason that why you are planning to study in Canada even after doing masters in India. You've already done masters, and what is the reason that you want to study in Canada now? So choose a course which has a specification, which will give you a proper a specification that why you should do this course, and proper specialization, I would say, it's there. So because it becomes easy for you or for your agent to justify your intent.
Licensing
See,
exams, is it
licensing exam is totally different thing. Licensing exam, students who really need to want to understand. I will not discuss this part at this platform, but licensing exams is after your this thing, after your degree you complete in Canada. So students who are majorly interested, in the licensing category, because to get that to work there, you need the licensing. So we'll explain you in detail after this. Whosoever is interested, please definitely contact us for that.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
I am not able to hear you.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Bye, Tanvir.
Can you please stop screen sharing? Okay, now.
So, any other question, ma'am? Do you have anything in your mind you want to ask?
Um, Ma'am, one more question is there.
Yeah, please.
Ma'am, what are the paid colleges in Canada right now?
Paid
Paid.
colleges. I did not understand what does this mean? Paid colleges. So, if I can understand paid
Himanshi, can you
colleges,
explain?
uh,
Huh?
paid
It,
colleges, if I say Canada doesn't offer any free education, we do not have it like Germany or Europe or any other people who give you free education. In terms of that, Canada is not like that. Canada has a very limited fees. The fees is not really high, so there is no paid or unpaid college. You have to pay your tuition fees. It is mandatory for all the colleges and universities. So please let me know, Himanshi, if I've answered your question. If I missed it, I've not understood it, please mention it again. I'll just answer the question. So, ma'am, I would just like to ask one thing. The students who've joined in this session, they are from which year, basically?
and they are a mix of from first to final year.
First to final year.
It's a
Okay.
mixed lot.
Okay. So, students who are in the final year, please start, preparing, for your IELTS exam, because when we do the IELTS exam, that is valid for 2 years. So, after giving your IELTS exam, that test is valid for 2 years. You can apply anytime after that. So, whenever you get time, please do not affect your academics. That is very important, the percentage. But whenever you get a little free time, you think that you have 15 days, 1 month, wherein your schedule is not very hectic, just start preparing for your IELTS exam. Or in case you are planning to apply as soon as possible, go for a Duolingo test. It's just sit at home, prepare a little, and go for a Duolingo test, and till the time of visa, prepare for your IELTS exam. So, Himanshu, you've sent the question again. So, Ria also asked that, yeah, ma'am, please explain about public and private colleges. Okay. So, Ria, how this works is that, public college and private colleges, public colleges or public institutes in Canada, they give you an opportunity to work after your education. They give you an advantage that you get, depending upon the course, you get up to 3 years of post study work permit, wherein you can work full time and apply for your permanent residency. But if you go for a private colleges, you might not get, it's not might, but yeah, definitely there are only, for example, if I talk about one college, they have two courses which is eligible for work permit, and rest of the courses they are not eligible for the work permit part. So do not apply for a private college, because I can see that you guys are doing a great course which needs, a great dedication to complete. So I know you'll be able to score your academics really well, but when it comes to IELTS and you score, 6.5 overall but 5.5 in one module, do not worry. Just don't tell that, I'll go with this score only, because that will, anyhow get you under non SDS category, and you will anyhow go for a private college. No university or college is going to accept you if you have 5.5 or 5 in two modules. I will not suggest that. That is my personal advice, because if your academics are okay, everything is, just give one more try, prepare more nicely second time, appear for the IELTS exam again, and then only apply. Or meanwhile, you can get the conditional offer letter and start preparing for the IELTS for the second time. So the next question, which I can see is, guys, am I audible to you? Mohammed says that he's not able to hear me.
You
Ma'am, am I
might be
audible
having some
enough?
internet issue.
Okay, so Himanshi says, ma'am, related to job paid. Okay, so jobs, if I say the inbuilt jobs, I say if you have an internship or a co-op program in your course, that depends upon the college or university, that can be paid or that can be unpaid. It is not mandatory that it will be paid only, it can be unpaid as well. But that doesn't matter. I will not, I would just tell you, see, if it is a paid program, of course it's good. You get a chance to work 20 hours per week part time legally, and you are, this internship also you are earning. But in case you get an unpaid co-op, do not be, sad or anything, because this is a great opportunity to get, in touch with the employers, to make network with employers, to be, more closer to your teachers, your, your dean, your whatever, faculty members are there. This helps you to, create a proper network there, and this is very important to get a good job later on when it comes to the full-time work permit. Okay, so scholarships. If I talk about Aditya, what happens that Canada doesn't have, a very huge fees, I would say. So they do not promote scholarships much. We have, like for example, Lakehead University or few more universities, they offer scholarship, but Canada is not into promoting a lot of scholarships. And what scholarships you can get is, you will always get it in the second year. They want students to come here, study 1 year there, score particular, CGPA, and then apply for scholarships in second year. But I would not give you any, false hope or commitment that you will definitely get scholarship, because anyhow the fees is not that high, wherein, they will give you, it will only cost you 8 to 9 lakhs for an year. If you go for a graduate certificate or for a diploma, only the fees ranges when it comes to a degree. So in here it's very less chances that you get scholarships. So, ma'am, as we complete BPT but doesn't have CP registration due to COVID, can we apply for September intake now? See, Shreya, the question, it's a great question, but September intake, it's very tough right now that I'll be able to get admission, because we are already on 9th, and by mid of September, or, by 20th or 22nd, all the classes start. So now I will suggest you to target January or May intake, because we've already started filing visas for January intake. We have already started the admissions for May 21 intake. So target that, apply for your DCPT registration, get it done, and then apply. And but even if you don't have it and that is on hold due to COVID, no problem. We can inform the university or college that this is the reason it is on hold, and by this date you will get it, and we'll try and get the conditional offer letter for you. That would again depend on what course and university you choose, Shreya. So, Rachita's salary package. See, what I have heard, what feedback I've got, students are earning good amount there. If I talk about Indian currency, the packages, they start from 3 lakhs or to 6 lakhs for a month. And then again, it would depend at what province you are, what organization you're working, what is your post there. But students' maximum package that might go to up to 7 to 8 lakhs, because they really need physiotherapists and the salaries are really high for your profession. So they really, really need good people. So just work hard, get your good academics, crack IELTS, and earning money and settling up your future will not be a problem in Canada. This I can assure you. So anything else, guys? Anything else you have in mind, please just send it in the chat box. And later on also, if you think that this question was not covered, or you have your personal query and you want to discuss your profile personally with me, you can get in touch with Prem again, or you directly contact me, and then we can discuss it. Shreya is asking that if we apply for May intake, then we nearly have 1 year break, then it won't be a problem. See, 1 year or 8 to 9 months of gap in Canada is not a big problem in justifying, because in that time, I can say that you were preparing for IELTS, or you were planning key, what you're supposed to do ahead in your future. So that is okay. That won't be a problem. But start your process right away, Shreya. If you have planned, please get in touch with me. I will guide you that what time we can start your process and what documents would be required. So just get in touch with me. I'll guide you. And yeah, 1 year thing will not be a problem. If you start it right away, do not just wait after May or September intake. Then yes, I'll be needing, Shreya, justification from you, maybe your work experience thing or any internship, whatever you can justify, then I'll be, yeah, needing that. When IELTS paper based will be operational again? See, paper based, I am getting a lot of students who are giving. See, it depends upon the the city state we are staying. I'm getting a lot of students who are giving the IELTS exam, but in Delhi, I'm getting a feedback that it is getting postponed. So I have no idea about this, because until this COVID thing is not sorted, they will not be calling n number of people for the IELTS exam. So it's better right now that you go for Duolingo or IELTS indicator test, get your admission done, and once the things are little okay, then please go for your IELTS exam paper based. But we do not have any update from IDP or BC that when they will be making this operational again, because of course this COVID is going to take a lot of time. And when the IELTS exam happen, there are students, like the number of students goes to thousands, and right now it is not possible for anybody to entertain n number of people right now. So Rachit, just go for the Duolingo or IELTS indicator, and if you need any more assistance in that, yeah, of course, get in touch with me. I'll tell my trainer, my expert here in the office, to speak to you, and she can guide you for the further exams.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Welcome, ma'am, and it was great.
So
I
sorry.
got a lot of questions. I'm very happy to see all the questions. They're so much interested, so it's great. And I would again say, ma'am, that you have Prem's contact details. You can take mine as well. Please share it with all the students in case they have not noted. And in case they want to come and meet us, please tell them to inform us one day prior. They want to bring their families and parents along. Definitely most welcome, because I'm right now working from home. But in case they plan to come office, I will be definitely available for you guys. But just let me know, and then we can sit and have a detailed discussion how if your parents have any question related to finances, how they're going to manage the fees, about loans and everything, we can sit and discuss these things in detail.
For sure, ma'am.
So I guess we've covered up all. If anything else is there, please go on. Otherwise, it's done from my side.
Priyanka ma'am, I would just like to say one thing. There was a question from Shreya. She was mentioning about DCPTOT registration. So it might be in some other students' mind as well. I would just like to clarify it here. DCPT registration is still on. You have to submit and get you have to submit all the documents related to the internship and get the provisional from your respective institutes, and then you need to process it with DCPTOT, and you will get the registrations because they are already working online. So please get all the documents from the institute or the university, wherever you require from. I mean, it is applicable for all other students as well participating in this webinar. You write a mail to Delhi Council that what all documents would be required for you to get registered. They will again mail you back. They'll reply to your mail whatever they would be requiring, and then after verifying all the documents, they would let you know how much you that what is whatever the document which is lacking on your part, or how much you need to pay if all the documents are okay with them according to their requirements. If they are okay, they will let you know how much you need to pay to get the DCPTOT registration done. And then they would be communicating everything to you on mail, so you can always get the registration done even in the COVID times. And this will not be a problem if you want to pursue your studies abroad or even in India.
All right, that was really great. Thank you so much for your guidance, ma'am. I guess yeah, you are right that if Shreya has this question, a lot of students must be having this question. So guys, I think ma'am has really answered this. So get your registrations done, and in case you face any issue, of course, your are with you. You can get in touch with them, and whatever
Radhika
comes.
ma'am, I have a small question to
Sure.
ask. Regarding the same registration thing, like Delhi Council is a state council.
Yeah.
Is it okay, or they would also be requiring a national body registration? Like in
No, no,
India,
the
we
state
have
council will work. State council will
okay,
work. But
okay.
in case, when we apply to the university, a
Hmm.
very good top universities, let's say about UBC or University of Toronto or Calgary, if they
Hmm.
have this particular requirements, then only we'll be needing it. Otherwise, the state thing would work.
Okay, great. Thank you, Radhika ma'am. It was a great informative lecture. Actually, answered a lot of queries of all the students. Over to you, Priyanka ma'am.
Ma'am, on behalf of BCIP, I would like to thank you for enlightening us and making us more knowledgeable.
Welcome, and it was great. The great audience. So yeah, of course we are there, and whenever you need our help, please get in touch with us. We'll be definitely in touch. And students, please start planning. Whosoever is planning, do not delay the process. You have any queries, even stupid questions, I'm okay answering it, but do not keep it in your mind. Call me up, call Prem, we will discuss it with you, and please start your processes as soon as possible. And please, due to COVID and this online thing, do not delay your process, not at all. Of course we'll guide you, rest it's your decision, but of course take a guidance, be aware about all the aspects happening from CIC, and what is good for you, then only come to a decision. Okay. And thank you so much, ma'am, again. So we can end it up here.
Ma'am, this was only about Canada, but we also look forward to have you in, discussing about different countries. Thank you so much. It was very patient, and a lot many efforts I know were put in here to satisfy the audiences. Thank you so much.
Welcome, and we'll definitely try. I'll tell Prem to arrange it for other countries as well, because I am the concerned person for Canada. But we'll tell
Okay.
other the team members, the expert, to get in touch with you for other countries also, and Prem will get in touch with you on the same.
Thank you so
Prem
much.
sir, please let our students know uh, for which countries you can help our students about.
See, we
Uh,
deal in almost like So Prem, please take over and please guide the students for this.
sure. So, Priyanka ma'am, actually, we deal with the Australia, Canada, USA, UK, New Zealand, and European countries as well. So, it's all up to you, like, what do you prefer ahead with the second session? Which country you would like us to tell you more about? So right now, as if we talk about Australia, we are open for November intake. I don't think that will be it's on a short notice. So Australia, we have about three intakes. So Australia is doing really good right now, and they're offering a good amount of scholarships as well. Just like students asked about Canada about the scholarship, which Canada do not offer, but in Australia, there are a lot of universities offer good amount of scholarships for international students. So I think let's just discuss with me with my counselors, other country counselors, as per their availability, and we can discuss about that later on a call with you, which country we can take forward next time in session, right? And also, we do not want students to overlap the kind of information of different countries. We just want to have some gap so that they can consume whatever they got today and make it useful. And if they have any doubts or any question, they can contact us so that we can answer them. Also, if they want to share the documents for the assessment, so I'll be sharing email ID of Radhika and mine so that they can share their documents and we can assess and what colleges, universities are available as per their eligibility.
Right, sir. I'll surely share the information shared by you with the
Sure.
students.
Yes. Thank you so much, Priyanka ma'am, for giving us this opportunity to interact with the students and you virtually. Hopefully, if this Corona thing is over soon, we would like to meet you physically and have a session one to one. That because students generally like to meet physically because at times it feels like some of them might be board actually. It's like a lecture because already you might be having giving online classes. So it's like same for them. Like it's on Canada right now. But I'm sure that just talk with your students and take their questions. Who haven't asked their questions right now, some of them might be hesitant in asking. Some might feel that the question is.
Priyanka ma'am.
All
Thank you,
right, bye.
Priyanka. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. Thank you everyone for taking out time today.
Yeah.
Okay,
All
bye
right, Prem, bye.
Thank you,
bye
ma'am.
bye.
And Dr. Ravi, I will request you to kindly take out the lucky draw for the contest we
Okay.
announced yesterday.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Sheetal.
Sheetal. Okay. Sheetal Rai. Congratulations, Sheetal.
She is the winner of our lucky draw we announced yesterday. Uh, she's from which college?
Ma'am, she is from our college, Banarsi Das Chandiwala, BCIP.
Right.
And she has won in which category, Avi ma'am?
Ma'am, she has provided the details of 10 students. So in 500 prize voucher category.
Okay, okay. And the same competition is valid for tomorrow's session as well, right?
Yes,
Today.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
And tomorrow's
Today's
session,
I mean.
yeah. So tomorrow's session is on
Dynamic
Then
approaches, kind CKC.
CKC.
Dynamic.
Dynamic approaches to close kinematic chain.
Okay, so hope to see a lot many participants for a workshop on CKC exercises. Thank you for
Yes,
today's
ma'am.
session. Thank you, Avi ma'am. Thank you, Priyanka, Mansi,
Thank you so
Surbhi.
much, ma'am.
Thank you, everybody, for today's session. It was lovely, actually. And I think we have answered all the queries also.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much, everyone. Let's see you tomorrow.
Thank you, ma'am.